Okay, so it's starting to look like there might be more to Angie Stone's passing than we knew, because the whole situation is starting to look like one massive cover-up. And let me tell you, the math isn't really mathing with this one. At first, Jaguar Wright was the first person to hint that Angie might have been taken out because she was bold enough to challenge some powerful people in Hollywood. And y'all know that the people in question do not like being questioned. Now, Jaguar is known for exposing the dark side of the industry, so when she came forward with her claims, she had people side-eyeing the entire case. And get this, it looks like Jaguar was right on the money with her claims, because Tyler Perry went off at Angie's funeral, calling out the people who did her dirty. Oh, but that's not all. The streets are saying that the driver of the truck that hit Angie might not be so innocent after all. There are a lot of twists and turns in this story, so let's break it down. The deeper we look into this, the more disturbing it gets. Was Angie set up to be another industry sacrifice? What really went down here? Could Angie be another name added to Hollywood's long list of mysterious tragedies? Let's get into it. On March 1st, 2025, the world lost 63-year-old R&B icon Angie White in a devastating car accident where she was the only fatality out of 9 people. At the time, Angie was in the middle of filming a new project, but had stepped away briefly to attend a Mardi Gras concert in Alabama. She and her band were riding in a Sprinter van near Montgomery when disaster struck. The vehicle suddenly overturned on I-65, leaving them vulnerable. Before anyone had a chance to react, a semi-truck slammed into them, turning the scene into a horrific wreck of mangled metal and chaos. Unfortunately, Angie was the only one who lost her life in the accident, which was suspicious enough. If you're wondering why fans feel like Angie's death wasn't just an unlucky coincidence, it's because she revealed that she was going to war with Hollywood after she found out that she was being robbed blind. Just weeks before her tragic passing, Angie was gearing up to take legal action against UMG over unpaid royalties. She had finally reached her breaking point. Sick of being underpaid and overlooked, she was ready to demand what was rightfully hers. From what she shared, nearly everyone in her corner, her management, her label, everyone, had completely dropped the ball. Her management wasn't standing up for her the way that they should have, and the label, oh, they were allegedly raking in millions while she kept working, barely seeing a dime of what she earned. Imagine pouring your heart and soul into your craft only for the people around you to sit back, cash in, and leave you with scraps. She wrote, "I've just discovered something that's been hidden in the dark for too long. My publishing was stolen, and guess what? I know exactly who did it. But don't get it twisted, I'm coming for you, all the dogs who thought they could take what's mine. Trust, I'm ready." Just like Jamie Foxx said, what had happened was, well, now it's my turn to share my testimony. It's a new chapter, and you can bet the truth is coming to light. Stay tuned. The fact that Angie was so outspoken about exposing the people who did her dirty has left fans side-eyeing this whole situation. Could there be a connection between her sudden passing and those unpaid royalties? Because let's be real, this wouldn't be the first time an artist mysteriously lost their life after standing up to the industry's power players. The music business has a long, ugly history of silencing those who push back, and with Angie gearing up to take legal action, some folks can't help but wonder if this was more than just a tragic accident. Like I said, people can't help but side-eye how this whole thing went down. Such a horrific crash, yet somehow only Angie didn't make it. And just to be clear, nobody is wishing for more casualties, but for some folks, the math just isn't mathing. There's even speculation that Angie may have already been gone before the accident, which only deepens the mystery. Well, according to Jaguar Wright, the story wasn't as straightforward as we were being led to believe, because Angie's passing was not an accident.
What do they want?
What do you mean? They want their payment. They want their pound of flesh. They want you to keep feeding the system. Doesn't matter how hard she worked for it. That's not her money. That's their money. That's what they do. They've been robbing me for years.
Yep.
They stole more money from me than they stole from Angie. I can't stop thinking about Nick Carter and Aaron Carter. I can't stop thinking. Brother in the Illuminati, brother not in the Illuminati. Brother in the Illuminati commits all kinds of heinous crimes against women, and he's okay, but his brother's gone. And all he wanted was his money so he could push on. Like, how many of these things have to happen in front of the public? Of course they're going to attack, I'll be sure. Of course they're going to attack me. Of course they're going to attack anybody who's interested in the truth. Of course they're going to come at us really hard for that first 72 hours and make sure we stop posting, or at least get us flagged from being able to go live, so nobody thinks about the details of the fact that we just watch Angie Stone get moved around in real time on her son's.
But wait, there's more, because at Angie's funeral a couple of days ago, Tyler Perry went off on the industry for mistreating Angie when she was alive, and he also seemingly confirmed that Angie was right about how she was owed money and how they had been robbing her blind.
Y'all gotta forgive me because I'm angry at the way she was treated. I did not know all the things that she was going through. Recently, I found out because I'm not on Instagram. I'm not being hooked and manipulated by an algorithm telling me what to think and how to feel. So I don't see everything. But to think that this woman was in the business for all of these years, and there's a difference between performing because you want to and performing because you have to. All of those years, all of those songs, all of that money that was owed to her, where is it? It's wrong. It is wrong. And I'm tired of seeing us struggle and go through things and work hard and not reap the benefits of what we were supposed to reap. But you got to be careful when you start mistreating people, especially children of God, because the Bible says, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. And I'm going to tell you something. This woman was a prophet. She prophesied and preached her own eulogy. What am I talking about? In her song, No More Rain in This Cloud, she says, my sunshine has come. And I'm all cried out. There's no more rain in this cloud. And many of you may not know this, but I'm a pilot. And when you are a pilot, the first thing you study is the weather. And I learned about clouds. And what a cloud is particles, air and particles. And when the rain gets in that cloud and the particles get too heavy, it becomes to rain. It drops to the ground. It falls. It is just like our souls. We hold so much in. We hold so much pain. We hold so much that it has to come out of our eyes as tears. But the beauty of what she was talking about is when a cloud has no more tears, it dissipates. It's gone. But if you listen to that song again, there's a part that I want you to really, really listen to. She said, what goes around comes around.
It's heartbreaking to think that anyone could be treated this way, much less somebody who gave years of her life to the industry and helped build other artists up. But as sad as that is, there are rumors that the truck that rammed into her might have allegedly been a paid job. Now, this is all alleged information, so y'all don't come for me. But according to an anonymous whistleblower who sent a message to Tough News TV, the driver of the truck is nowhere to be found and has pretty much ghosted everyone. The whistleblower said, "Howdy, I used to work at the same trucking company as the fellow who ran into the Sprinter van that hit Miss Stone while she was being tended to on the side of the road. She was thrown a few yards due to impact. I don't think he is going to return to work, honestly. This thing has tormented him and he's not responding to the company's text or phone calls. My wife reached out to his wife to offer support after we learned he turned in the rig and left. My former boss says his explanation was that he came upon the wreck too fast to make an adjustment to dodge the wreck. As I look at all the details that I have at my disposal, something just doesn't sound right about this. I'm surprised he hadn't been drinking because there is an extensive history of that. Well, I'm not acting as if I'm Perry Mason with the wherewithal to save a case, just thought I'd reach out." Yeah, this is shady on so many levels, and it kind of makes me wonder if the truck driver is suffering from immense guilt or if there is more to the story. I mean, if there was indeed an accident and he did accidentally take a life, then it makes sense that he would be so filled with guilt that he might need some time away from it all. But on the other hand, there are people saying that he might have been paid off. Y'all know how Jaguar Wright said that Angie was taken out and fans are questioning everything that we were told about the case? Well, conspiracy theories are going wild about how the truck driver might have disappeared because he got paid off and needs to lay low for things to blow over. Fans left comments saying, "No, Angie said loud and clear on her video, if I die, you know who did it. Angie spoke the truth. The monsters behind the scenes didn't like that. Angie was on purpose. This was a direct hit. This whole accident was a setup. Angie was worth more dead than alive and they took her out. They didn't want to pay her what was due to her. The truck driver did it on purpose. The skid marks don't add up." And that Saturday morning when Angie's death was announced, I immediately thought of her announcing her plans to go after her money. Then I thought of her Black Diamond album and have been involved with some of the highest profile A-list performers such as Natalie Cole and Whitney Houston, and both their children died mysteriously. Both and Lucian Grange are very high in the music industry as major players with many deaths connected to them. There's a lot that doesn't add up here, but do y'all really believe that Angie was taken out, or do you think that people are reading too much into this? Drop your thoughts in the comments and then check out this next video.